Halls of Lightning. Lots and lots and lots of iron for cool here, as well as some iron dwarves with electrical powers.
Yes, you'll see me leaping about as usual.
Yes, because we just love to leap.
Yeah, well, it's a perk of being a level 85 warrior, not a level 84 warrior.
Shut up!
So, as we steamroll our way through here in the first part of the Halls of Lightning,
Face roll, if you will.
You can see back in the background a little lightning guy. He's not lightning anymore. But yeah, that guy back there is the first boss in the Halls of Lightning.
I believe his name is General Bjargrim.
Bjargrim?
Yeah, but don't pronounce the J because it's that weird. It's like Viking.
I don't like silent letters, I'm sorry.
Well, it's basically we're talking Viking type names, so the J's are kind of weird.
But because he is skippable.
Yeah. Yes, you can completely and totally avoid him, even though he's the general of this giant army.
You can walk.
Known as the Unyielding Garrison.
And
yet they are yielding.
very easily to us. You'll notice those sky collars. I hate them. I do not like them.
They keep getting knocked back.
Yeah, they shoot you and you fly backwards, and it's very annoying. But there are some iron dwarves here, though, as well, as you may notice.
What are they called again?
The iron dwarf?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, these specific iron dwarves with their electricity and all that stuff.
Oh, a storm caller? Maybe?
Well, if you look down over the ledge there, you got some rather large iron recruits.
Oh, yes. The sleeping army. Kind of reminiscent of the Chinese emperor.
Yes. They're not strategically placed in a very well-placed manner, because some of them are facing the opposite direction. Kind of a bad move, I think.
And how did they get out of there? Just like have to like grab the ledge and like climb up like they're in a swimming pool.
Well, they're tall enough, and they can probably jump and grab it.
It just seems like not a good idea. There's like someone put some stairs down there. Come on, how'd they get down there? They just like throw.
Well, they're placed there. They're not activated yet, obviously.
Well, how were they placed there if we can't get down there?
But yeah. Well, anyway.
Here is the general himself.
Yes, he's quite large. He's covered in electricity, and he's angry.
It is known that the general is a warrior because he switches stances. He has a...
Well, you don't give him a chance to.
No, we don't, but he has a berserker stance, a battle stance, and a defensive stance.
And now he has a dead stance.
And you got the achievement for killing him with the lightning. And obviously, flesh is stronger.
Yes, because your flesh holding iron.
Yeah, because he says it's not, and he's the one that's dead. So, gotta think about that.
And he was the leader of that whole army, so you can imagine the army is supposed to be weaker than the leader, right?
I would hope so.
So, no problem.
Yeah, not for us anyway. And we're gonna move on through the instance, killing off various other people that are still alive after their general. Well, I would think that if you saw your general, if you saw your head honcho guy die, you'd be kind of scared. Just like, that's the guy in charge, and he's not here anymore. What's going down?
I'll tell you what's going down. Everybody. And we're going to do that right now. Like, oh, look at us hitting things.
Oh. Well, we're about to leave the unyielding garrison. And which yielded very easily. And we're heading into the Iron Crucible. I believe, or is that upstairs?
There's a that's iron upstairs, but down here you got the forge, something like that. They got tons of slag, like living slag that debuffs your armor down to, what is it, 150,000?
Yeah, something like that, or 15,000. It's a rather large amount of armor. This whole, like, the upstairs and the downstairs is probably both the Iron Crucible.
Yeah, I would think so. And due to the nature of the debuff of these slag heaps, this is like the top of the stairs.
The resting area.
You just stick here. Yeah, you rest up here while the debuff goes down.
Yeah. And
hope that you don't draw aggro.
You can see various fire elementals. This is a very elementally instance.
Yeah. Perfect for my sword, which has the enchantment of elemental slaying, which doesn't actually do anything slaying-wise to damage to elementals. It just silence spellcasting elementals. Shush.
So as we dispense with the reverence and the magma lava elementals from down there, and we continue to move up, you can see, maybe, if we get the camera turning, the feet of the second boss.
He is very large.
Oh yeah.
In order to get the camera up to see him, I'd have to back away, far away, and then look up. But since we are melee classes, we'll have to get up right next to his feet anyway. But this guy's big.
This is Volcan.
He is considered the greatest enemy of the Sons of Hodir, as he is a fire giant.
Ooh, and they're frost giants, so
yes,
see how those are enemies. And they can send you a quest to come kill this guy, so here we are.
He is making weapons for... no, he creates golems to increase the numbers for Loken's devastating huge army.
Oh yeah. And obviously a reference to the Roman god Vulcan.
Slash,
Hephaestus.
What's the, Hephaestus.
Yeah, that is the Greek name for Vulcan. So...
because Roman and Greek gods are essentially the same exact thing.
Oh yeah. And another achievement for Waffles.
Yeah. Because I was too lazy to go here.
Well, that was Vulcan. And we'll continue on to the third boss. In this part of the instance, you used to tear up groups as they come out and fear the crap out of people, and it used to be really bad, but we're warriors.
So we have Berserker Rage, and you are a human.
Yeah, so I have every man for himself. And the Titanium Thunderers cannot affect us. And they work.
Or when they do, you can just dispel it.
Exactly.
I was stunned due to something called counterattack.
They countered your attack.
Right.
Well, anyway, we're heading towards the Thundering Overlook.
So because these guys are... sorry to interrupt. These guys are called Titanium Siege Breakers. That means they're not iron by cool. They're titanium.
I guess that is a point. I mean,
but they're still referred to it. I mean,
yeah. Maybe they're just like... maybe they're not actually made of titanium. They're just like made of a super iron, and they just call it titanium.
Oh, okay. Because you can create titanium by getting Titan steel.
Well, there's the titanium ore, and you can convert serenite into titanium, I believe, through alchemy. Anyway. Nice star, people, as you can see. Okay.
Yes, constellations of all the races of Azeroth except for Worgen and Goblin for some reason.
Well, I wonder why.
I don't know.
And so we are entering the windy part of the instance.
Yes, this is, what is it called? The Terrestrial Watchtower?
Yeah, no, this is the Thundering Overlook.
Oh, okay, so the Terrestrial Watchtower is the next part.
Yes.
And third boss is Ionar, which, you know, ion, storm, electricity, ions, negatively charged for lightning.
Brar.
Third boss, he guards the way into Loken's chambers. Big, huge.
He's a lightning reverend.
Dog. Yeah, lightning guard reverend dog. Yeah. And because I suck. Bandage strips. Bandage strips.
Anyway, he's other than that, like nothing really big. Just really, must you?
Yeah. Yep.
It's bad enough we kill him. You have to be rude to him.
Yep.
That's just rude. You get a skull for that.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, INR has one of the most unique mechanics I've ever seen, and that is disperse.
Oh yeah.
I think disperse is a really, really interesting thing.
It makes people run away. For those that didn't enjoy INR, this particular ability would kill you if you did not get away from it. The little sparks of INR, these are what these are called. They're actually NPCs. And, yeah, I mean, they had health and stuff, but they would kill you. So, that was part of the fight. And then he goes back together, and you finish him off. Opening up this door back here.
Yes, just for some reason, him being alive keeps the door locked.
Oh yeah, he is the key, his life. And now we enter the terrestrial life tower.
Which is kind of interesting. It has 4 planets there. You were saying, Gentonord, that big red one is Draenor before it blew up?
Yeah, well, this is purely speculative, of course. We were talking after why aren't you a plant again? Is this really this?
Well, it increases my health regen.
You and your health in your plants. You might as well be a vegetarian or something.
No.
Well, yeah. After we ran the instance, we came back through here and we did some debating about what these planets were, and yeah, I totally thought or assumed that is Draenor. Or what it used to be, because it's obviously not round anymore.
Yes. But I was like, put to Core Forest in the Grand, they have blue sky and stuff.
I wasn't so sure about that one. The blue one?
The blue one with the blue islands on it, looks like?
Yeah, it was Argus, maybe?
Yeah, quite blue. Draenei are blue.
And the gray one right there was that we said that was the Nazarene planet.
Yeah, Nathrazim.
And that purple one back there is the ethereal planet.
Because they don't need a lot of space, being that they have no shape.
And that is all just total guesswork. No proof behind any of that. That's just, hey, that's planets, and these are planets we know about, so let's take a guess. You never know.
It was a good idea to look at that.
It's totally something we could watch or ask about.
Yep, at BlizzCon. I don't know if anybody else has covered this sort of stuff.
Never know.
Totally face-rolling these Steamforged constructs that usually had to have tactics involved so that the Fork Lightning wouldn't hit the group. But no need.
Much too powerful for that.
Too awesome. And here we see giant freaking hologram of Azeroth.
Oh yeah, while we go through some more constructs and some giants, as you can see down there, we'll have to get through them as well. And if you...
Curiously enough, you don't have to fight those other 2 constructs on the other side.
No, so I even put them there. Now, if you notice there, if you go back and you can pause it there to look at what I was talking about after listening to this part, there, on that planet, you can see clearly these 2 kingdoms and Kalimdor, and there's Northrend, and there's the islands, you know, Cheddarstill,
and Maelstrom.
And Maelstrom in the middle. But if you noticed at the bottom, there was a little landmass. What is that?
That's Southrend.
Yeah, of course. Why I've been talking about it forever. Mostly it's a joke, but yes, Southrend, quote unquote, they're proof right there, planet. So southern continent is totally a possibility. And then that whole world, that ocean, yeah, there should totally be something in there. But anyway, we should probably talk about Loken while he's still alive.
Yes. Well, Loken is the Prime Designate. He was in charge of watching Yogg-Saron. He didn't do a good job.
No, he went crazy.
Or actually, he did his job too well. He was watching Yogg-Saron too well. And now he's dead. But he was mostly, you know, in charge of watching Yogg-Saron, making sure he didn't get free. However, whisperings, you know, that's how that works. So he's been driven to betray his comrades and allies.
So, as you do the quest line, you investigate the Watchers. Hodir, Freya, and Mimir, or Mimran,
And Tyr.
are, that we'll get to that one. That's a different situation. Those there's signs of struggles at their towers, and something went down. And when you go to Ulduar, you see they've been corrupted.